Well, that track was shorter than I thought it was. That's awkward. But I'm ready, so it's fine. Well, here we are. Your save file was what, 30 something hours? I'm on 53 hours already. How did that happen? This is gonna be another 70-hour game. Because somehow I'm inexplicably slow. I guess I should wait until people are around before jumping into very important plot details, huh? But that's what VODs are for. Yeah, that's a good point. I've had to do a couple of retries. I've had to do every encounter that I get in because I was not allowed to run away. So that has also added a significant amount of time, even with fast forward. I also didn't do optimal party organization for some of the doors, like the statues. So I had to keep going back and forth to swap party members in and out. And sometimes the re-equipping process took me like half an hour just to get it perfect, so... Each time I did that, it took a lot of time. Anyway, you want some plot? We got some plot. Have some lore. Gotta say, I do prefer Reese without the habit, though. Why, thank you, Kevin. We all figured that out hours ago. I was already blaming you for everything bad that happened, so kudos. Imagine if we had Phantasma that picked Olivier as its master. This would be a very different place. What do you think an Olivier-flavored Phantasma would have in it? Like, instead of 7 planes of different dungeons, we would have, like, the Joshua plane, the Mueller plane, the hiding from Shara plane. Yeah, that's a good comparison there. I could definitely see that. I certainly could not show it on stream. Well, see, Mueller's already on the right track here. Imagine how wholesome, like, Tita's version would be, though. Like, she would just have, like, a Hugging Estelle plane. Like, a Ren fan club plane. Like, we won't talk about the Agate plane, but, like, the rest of it would be pretty wholesome. I guess you could also have, like, her mom and grandpa fighting plane. But, like, not in a bad way. Like, she thinks it's wholesome because, oh, they get along so well. Like, yeah, okay. Sure they do. They would kill each other with science if they could. But not really. I don't know what Mueller's plane would have in it. Annalace's would just be 7 planes of plushie. Yeah, some of these characters I'm just kind of drawing a blank on, honestly. Like, yeah, we see, like, certain traits that they have, but I don't know what makes Mueller tick. Other than he is a military man who comes from a family that is sworn to servitude. He is, like, Neji from Naruto, but in Arabonia. It's the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen. That's one way to put it. Sweat drops for everybody, anger from Mueller. You should be scared, Tita. I mean, I guess her point is because all of Kevin's hatred was like pointed inwardly. In a sense, it was less destructive than it could have been. Oh wait, calling this otherworldly event a tea party. It is now Umineko time. We're gonna have a witch's tea party. I need witch laugh sound alert. Just wait until the next games. We're gonna find some more gullible, naive bunches. Is that true? I don't know. Seemed like there were at least like two like level-headed, intelligent characters in Zero and Azure. I don't know about the other two. And I have no clue what any characters are like in Cold Steel. I get to go into that one basically blind. Like, I know, like, the teeniest, tiniest bit about, like, the skills the main character uses, but that's it. But I somehow doubt you can have a Trails protagonist that isn't, like, naive hero type. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, Estelle's naive and dumb, but, like, her sense of, like, I can do this can rival, like, anime protag sometimes. Like, she can face any danger. And that's, like, comes from, like, a sense of optimism and just being able to do the thing. And you can call that naive. She will take on any danger regardless because she's not afraid of the consequences. Yeah, I guess I should vocalize my other prediction since we had that conversation in private, but not so much while I was streaming. Like, yeah, the whole, like, Rufina thing, like, at a certain point they beat you over the head with the eventuality of it. But, like, I predicted it as soon as we saw her. Second time the character ever showed up. But, like, the caveat there is that, like, obviously this isn't, like, Rufina as we know her. This is a twisted and corrupted version that is realized through Kevin's need to punish himself. But because we've established that he can run in, like, anyone, that he is sent to hell, so to speak, like, there's a chance, and by chance I mean this is an inevitability of storytelling, that we are going to run into the real Rufina and he can finally get the forgiveness for everything that happened and move on with his life. And that is my next big prediction. Because, like, when you set up, like, the ability for that to happen in this world, like, it has to happen. There's no way you can tell this story without that happening at this point, as far as I'm concerned. I will push all of my Gambler Jack tokens all in. that we will get to see the real Rufina and not just Lord of Phantasm version. Is it time for some Celeste Diaz-Lys action here? Also, evidently I have a ping on Discord. I should check that real quick. Matt, how dare you yell at me? How dare you yell at me on Discord but not yell at me here? Chloe has got a very convenient and handy ancestor. Can we have a dungeon the size of Zemuria? Wouldn't that be swell? I mean, the Arse is literally in, like, Jade Land, so, you know, just go pilot it. Like, Ren has already retrieved the Potter Modder. We have seen that we can grab objects that are parked here. Throw the keys in the ignition. See? Tita's got the right idea. I mean, Ren is literally the proof that this can happen. How do you have an image of it? I mean, the only unrealistic part of this is that Tita is the only one that would come to that conclusion. Like, people literally saw Ren do that. Yeah, true. If someone didn't do that door, they wouldn't have seen it. Good point. They have to account for player agency there, I suppose. Alright, we don't get to go do the airship thing then. I have full party flexibility? Is that what I'm hearing? Kevin is good utility, though. Rail Sphere is a really, really good get out of jail free card. And his lines aren't terrible. He's got, like, good stuff. So I will continue to use him, I think. But I am shocked. I have never seen such an inviting screen in all my life. Hey, Joshua, you want to lead a party? He can't do that. That's illegal. Here, get back in here, buddy. I do need to unequip her stuff, though.
Let's move out.
I think I did Joshua, Richard, and then Ren, like in that order.
Here we go.
Because Joshua belongs in slot 2. And then she's shorter, so she goes on the end. And we've got a nice little line. Joshua's shorter than Richard, but like his sword is taller. Alright, ornaments from Reeds, please. Thank you. Equipment from Reeds, please. Thank you. New jam just dropped, by the way. Yeah, I think we're past the point where I can justify Ninja Garb, even though speed is king. That is a lot of defense we're giving up. Relatively speaking. I'm not so worried about the defense on the shoes, though. So there will come a point where I need to give the Grail Locket to Kevin. Maybe that point is now. I think Joshua wants the Gladiator belt more than Richard does, but not so sure. We have a lot of Tiger Hearts now, so I can do that. Which gets us to 2905 strength, which ain't bad. Well, too bad, you can't have it. What would you even do with it? You don't even know. I mean, Ren having status prevention is probably better than Joshua having it. And it's thematic that either one of them has it, honestly, but still. I could get more speed, I get more attack stats. I mean, honestly, I could just put them both on Joshua. I still think Ren has the best portrait in the entire game, though. Richard's looks a little derpy. I do not care for the angle for Joshua here. Kevin's is fine, but Ren's is just better. Alright, let's wander around. Find people, talk to them. It's Olivier. There's a little letter on the table. I want it. Oh, it's a tarot card. So I get my meter back up. Why not? Something shining in the water. I mean, I've chosen my path through 450 plus battles, probably 500 at this point. The path of the brave and the path of the cowardly. I have never turned my back on a fight except that first day when I forgot I was doing the achievement and I ran from one and had to restart the run. We have received the mirror. And the achievement Fierce Fighter. Obtain a special quartz from brave deeds. Oh yeah, I didn't actually equip Joshua yet. Might ought to. Now let's see what our brave deeds have gotten us. Reflect physical damage with 50% success. Max HP minus 20%. And it's bugged, so it can cause a game-breaking bug. Or a game-breaking crash. So how does the thing work exactly? Like, I know I can't take it to the arena or else I will cry, but like, what else is affected by it? Because it's actually a good, like, value. Only the arena. Alright, I will wear it somewhere else then. The one place you want it most, you can't have it. I think I had a wind for my last one. Up here. Wood, not wind, okay. And then Mind 5. No, Joshua had Earthguard. I guess I'll have to check the Discord, won't I? The Discord, it says, as if it's not like... It's just a Discord. So it was Onyx, Gold, Wood, Ruby, Def, Septium Vein. He didn't even have Cast 2. That's why he was slow on Earthguard sometimes. That makes sense. Alright, we're gonna redo some of this stuff. Yeah, I guess I did not have gold and silver, so... But yeah, Mirror would do that just fine. I think Richard's the one that wants this more than anybody, though. Since he has HP to spare. What was the order, by the way? Okay, Septium Vein, Sapphire in the bottom. Gem was on this one, Wood was on this one, Gold was on this one. So I would have to drop Mind for Septium Vein. I want to do it that way. That gives me Earth Guard back. I could also just do Reflect here too. So you would have no means to heal anybody. So I'm not so sure about that one. Septium Vein at least gives us spot healing. Which, I mean, the items are fine too if he has enough movement. Oh, if I'm set up like this without Mind, then I only have tier access anyway. We are in Chapter 8, but it's going to be a bit before I'm actually at the end. We still have a lot of sun doors and stuff to go through. And that optional dungeon. Yeah, we're going to do the arena. And some of the other stuff. Well, you are smack dab in the middle of Spoiler Town then. I will close the menu real quick and then go just check this real quick. Let's just not look anywhere. But yeah, we are pretty deep into the game. Plenty of stuff here we are going through. Just doing the old quartz juggling right now. Fair enough. I'm going to play the Crossbell games after this one before doing Cold Steel games. But first, gotta wrap this one up. How are you liking them? Understandable. That's how they get you. I think I can change some stuff here in a way that makes sense. Oh yeah, we had that like equipment thing that necessitated having hit rate, but we don't need that anymore. So I can get rid of this. And then move that around maybe. So I can still do 12k worth of spot healing. I don't lose much, but I don't have Earth Guard. I feel like I should have Earth Guard. I have enough time for clock up, so I don't technically need this. So I can still throw some earth in here. So that does that. We're not actually casting, so I don't need Sapphire Gem, I just need the HP Gem, I think. So yeah, it's the same value. We get to be tankier, we're not doing damage. So he can be supporty and also still able to pack a punch like this. I like that. Still got about 2400 strength, that's not too bad. I mean, the arts are still, like, decent. So I think that'll work. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this, though. So does this give me anything interesting? So I get wall access on here. That could definitely be good. I mean, I could go all in and get the 3rd level Earth spell, right? What quartz do I need for that? Gaia Shield needs 16 Earth, 15 space. Alright, maybe I'm not gonna be doing that. How far off am I anyway? We're 11 and 4. Yeah, that's absolutely not gonna happen. I think only a character like Josette can really do that without feeling like you're giving too much up. She's got Earth locked slots anyway. But having to do Like Topaz Gem, for instance, on a character that wants their strength stat. That's just not really tenable. You're sacrificing too much for access to that spell. You could maybe do it on someone you're trying to make more supporty, but they're still giving up an awful lot too. So I don't know if I would do that either. Yeah, this line is like 5 and 2. We need to what, 16 and 15? No way that's happening. Yeah, we got the space is done on here, but we're nowhere close on the Earth. Would like to get rid of this for something better though. But we don't have anything better. That's the problem. We're not too far off from getting that to work on here, actually. Like, all we have to do is swap one thing out for 5 Earth. Or for 6 Earth, and that's pretty easy to do, honestly. Yeah, but these already have Earth on it, so I'd have to give up, like, Onyx, and that's not gonna happen. Or Sapphire. Giving up 15% of your arts damage just for access to, like, the good Earth spell doesn't seem like a good trade to me. But it's there, it's possible. I think we're just better off single casting Earthwall, honestly. And if anybody happens to be, like, clumped up, like, I can get 3 out of 4 like that. But I'm not gonna, like, keep my characters clumped up because they're gonna get AoE'd to death, so. Alright, everybody's got their endgame dialogue, looks like. We are not doing the point of no return yet, Chloe, don't you worry. Is there anything new down here? Guess I should check. My bookshelf isn't glowing, so maybe not. Oh, this nerd's taking a nap. You got it, buddy. Give him that pep talk, Josette. He needs it. So we have the tree. Does the tree get new loot ever? Because I really need, like, the monster drops to be sold. They're blocking the tree. Alright, monster drops still not sold. That's unfortunate. What do you got to say, Estelle? That's a threat. Oh yeah, I had some new recipes, didn't I? I had some stuff I haven't actually learned yet, so we should probably do that too. Blood extract, what a name for a food. Here, Kevin, have some blood, buddy. And a wobbly rainbow. Enjoy your rainbow, kid. Alright, that needs gummy eyeballs to make, so that's limited stock. Yeah, it said early on that it would expand its stock as the game went on, but I don't think it's actually changed anything yet, so I'm a little surprised. But yeah, most of these need at least one monster drop. So we're at the point where we need to have it. Nope, nothing. But I would definitely like to make a lot of these, so we are going to need them sooner or later. Need a ton of these too. That's gonna be my go-to healing item. 24k res and then all HP heal, all status gear. Like, we gotta have these in bulk. I will spend literally all my money on this just to be safe. Oh, got a sparkly. More light barrel news. You have done well to read this far. That's Mella's Circlet. That completes the set, I think. Various stats up prevents ailments. Okay. So it's a better version of the Saphiro necklace. Alright, that's 50 arts up. That's not too bad. It's 10 speed up too. That's really good. Is status prevention better than the stats? Probably. So I'll do that then. So we have 3 status immune characters now. One of which is also immune to debuffs, if that's how it actually works. What are you two pals talking about? Okay, why is he the one telling us that? Unless the teleporter is down here or something. In which case... Like, we have the 2 big teleporters, right? There's the one near the fountain and the one down here, so... Makes sense they would be activated sooner or later. Hi, would you like to open a thing for me? The Abyss. The perfect place to efficiently level your party members. Don't mind if I do. We'll go there in a moment. So that teleporter is still the same as always. The other one wasn't activated yet either. I'm wondering why this place doesn't have the new stuff. Well, that is highly inconvenient. But, like, the tree literally tells you early on that it gets more stock, so... That's kind of weird. Oh, so it's a bug and not, like, an intentional thing. That makes more sense than them deliberately removing. Also, we didn't talk to Annalise before. It's, training of her poses. Stay cute, Annalise. Stay cute. Alright, do I want to poke into the arena first? Because we can do at least, like, the second difficulty right now, probably. Even if we don't go all the way up to, like, the hardest stuff. So I think I'll like start with Arena 2 and then we'll go check out the Abyss. We did get our tournament invitation earlier too. But I don't think we needed that for like the second batch, right? That was for like harder difficulty. Or is that like... Okay, this is the hard one. But I know there's one above that too. So how hard is the hard arena? Also, we are JoJo again. We can just take a moment to drink this in. Is that in the Abyss by any chance? That figures. Alright, the entire squad is faster than them, so that bodes pretty well, honestly. How tanky are they? Compared to what we've been fighting, these guys are babies. Alright, what do I want to do? Still probably smart to start using haste. That's going to be a long time to cast, though. We are, in fact, playing football against them. That's the goal of the arena. It's sport ball time. Alright, I'll just have him do that. You can start a big AoE. I don't know if the gun guys are going to move or not, so I will just do this and hope for the best. I don't know what you're doing either, but it probably involves Silverthorn, so... He goes after her cast, so... Whatever we pull into the AoE will get to, like, go here, so... Reflected! Death blow! Well, that doesn't sound good now, does it? Are they immune to confusion? They are immune to confusion. That figures. And now our AoE Earth Wall is only a single target because Joshua is dead. Can I even res him? Can I do anything? I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do Kevin's. I hit the button too many times, though. So we're canceling her cast, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna have to reset anyway, so...
I hold in my hand the Kelly of the light.
Oh, they can heal themselves. Interesting. How did you miss, buddy? What on earth? How many more are you gonna miss? The heck? I gotta see him miss again. What are the odds you missed that many times in a row? It says very nimble on them, but... Alright, that dude can res. Let's see how very nimble he is now. That's crazy. I wonder if it's applying the evasion on the nimble guy to everybody in the AoE or something. I mean, they're pretty evasive too, looks like. Oh great, we're reviving. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one, so I don't care.
Still a ways to go.
We got a whole bunch of robos. Team Rheingold. Not sure how I want to start this one. Yeah, losing meter on everybody. Really unfortunate. But there's such a strong chance that you just die. Or you can even do anything. I think we need to start every fight with Grail Sphere, honestly.
I hold in my hand the chalice of light. As I see.
Because they can just pile on too much before you can even do anything about it. Alright, these guys don't seem like they're weak to anything. That's all well and good to me. They're gonna move, but like, how are they gonna move? Alright, maybe they're not gonna move. Alright, that one moved. Alright, they can't be moved by space. Good to know. So we got to reset the earth wall. I think only 2 of them broke. Just gonna go ahead and throw that out there now too. Although I should have saved it for the crit. It's a shame I can't move these guys. You need to steal that crit for sure. You know what? Just go ahead and do that too. Why not? Alright, that's some of them down. Only 2 of them get to attack in between. This is probably safe. Alright, 3 here, 3 here. He's got how much HP left? So these 2 in the back, I can probably kill. killed one of them. We can maybe sandbag a little here now. Try to get meter back up in time for the next fight. He can't hit anything. It's tragic. So Kevin will be 200 meter. That's good enough. And everybody's gonna be full HP anyway, so. Come on, land a hit. Come on, buddy. Has he landed a single hit on anything in here? Meter anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I thought I didn't need to hit 5, but apparently I do. Hey, it's a dragon. Team Baby Dragon. They're not even pretending it's not a dragon. Alright, so these guys, 22k HP. They blow soporific bubbles. So does that inflict sleep? A young dragon that resembles Ragnar. Attacks, tackles, 3 breaths. 50k HP. And his name is literally Tiny Ragnar. Okay. Alright, we are slower than the entire squad, just about, so... I think I just smack something once and then use Phantom Raid, honestly.
I will run no more.
I don't know if these guys are gonna move or not. Let's just hit here and see what happens. Then maybe use a food item on somebody for like defense buffs. If I have any defense buff food, I don't think I do. I don't. Learn one of these recipes that I never learned. And then immediately Grail Sphere after.
I hold in my hand the tally of light.
We'll go ahead and replace the Earth Wall. Oh, I can't do 3 anymore. Because Joshua moved up a little bit. They're most likely to have their Earth Walls broken, so we can start here. Yep, sleepy time bubble. If she didn't have a spell coming up, I would use this. Alright, we can get the Earth Wall back off, but rough stuff. That's a 200 right there. Why not? Get him in there. So now we're playing football against soldiers and robot dogs, except now it's dragons and seahorses. Or we were playing against soldiers and robot dogs. We need to wake up Joshua yesterday. That was not worth the cast, by the way. So if they hit Joshua, they might wake him up about re-inflicting sleep. How does that count as reflect physical? That's clearly a spell. Alright, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. We can get a spell off. And then Grail. Haste the girl, please. Alright, now we have 200 meter on Kevin. That's gonna be really helpful. So he's not weak to anything, so just go for Blue Ascension. And it's preempted, but I think we just go for Braille Sphere. Let's greed one hit. Yeah, it's fine. I'll go ahead and do it now so we can start building up meter again. One damage. Had to try it. Alright, Flicker will do it.
That's that then. Let's move out.
So yeah, these arena fights seem like they're going to necessitate just starting every round of Grail Spear, killing like a manageable number of enemies and then just sandbagging to 200 meter again. Or using like your Zerum powders and stuff to get back to 200 meter. Because I can't see myself doing the next difficulty if this one was already like killing the entire team or statusing the entire team at the start. The game's expecting you to pull out all the stops here, let's put it that way. Spiritual? Alright. Game wants us to find the other invitation. And just what, pray tell, is spiritual? Okay, so it's the equivalent to physical. So this is a value of 3, and this is a value of 5 for some reason. Okay. Less magic damage, more physical damage. But a staggering number of things count as physical damage that don't seem like they should. Because, Mirror was going off constantly in that one fight from those bubble attacks. In what world is a seahorse blowing a bubble at you a physical attack? So is literally anything that's not, like, specifically coming from an art not considered magical damage? Because that's what it seems like. Also, I wonder if the fights in the arena count as, like, enough fights to get my meter back. Because I need my meter back. It does not count as enough fights. Hot springs when? Either way, that is definitely worth a save. Alright, anything else I should do before hopping into the abyss? Is it time? Someone who knows more than me can give me a little guidance here. Like, I know I can hop out of the abyss at any time, but... Okay, the reason that we're missing so much is because, like, the minus dex thing wasn't an accessory I had equipped, it was the armor. So that's why we can't hit the broadside of a Marn. Which, you know, fair. I don't think the trade-off here is worth 100 strength. Because I can't hit anything. And I can't fix it with this alone either. Because the most I can get back is 25. Might be worth switching these two around, too. Make his line slightly better. Actually, I don't think it changes anything, does it? Yeah, all we're getting is space and earth onto this line. So he's not getting anything from it. Should put cast 2 in there though, unless we need it for the clock out EX value. And we don't, so. Alright, so it gives us tier all access, that is better. Full heal beats 12k heal any day of the week. We don't lose anything for doing it that way. A little surprised I'm up to 23 though. All we needed was 15 for this, so we can get rid of Now all that needs is 8. We don't have to have Septium Vein anymore. Wait, yes we do. Unless I switched Freeze out for Petrify or something. Do we have anything that's like a decent level 2 status condition we can inflict? Because I don't think we do. We've got Seal. It's not great. We got Mute 2, which is not the same as Mewtwo. Poison 2. Still no Petrify 2. Confuse 2 could be interesting though. Confuse 2 evidently gives me access to Lockeria. Having AoE status clear on Richard is honestly kind of okay. But Confuse is not as instant when a status is freeze is. So I'm not sure about that one. Plus, we inflict a lot of Confuse with Silverthorn anyway. I think I'll hold out till Petrify 2, then we'll reorganize stuff. I could also probably start juggling some of this stuff. We don't need 27 Mirage. Only need 15 or so Dark. Like, Joshua doesn't need much, since we're not really using Gen or anything on him at this point. Joshua's job at this point is like, don't die, support the team, passively build up meter, and then Phantom Raid. And then in fights that allow it, spam Evil Eye. So I'm not having him like cast arts unless there's like downtime for supporting. Anyway, Platt, what do you think about doing the Abyss now? Should I like swap party members around, start leveling people up? Or just go for broke and try to beat the Abyss, then go back and level people? Either way, we can poke our head in. So these are the things that were in the, Did I just never equip it? Why does it say inventory 1 but inventory 0? Because, like, he has it equipped, she has hers equipped. A staff named Hercule. Excuse me, this staff's name is clearly Mr. Satan. Catacombs? Well, I gotta have me some catacombs. And that takes Richard to 3,000 attack. Can't say no to that. Kagusuchi reminds me of the thing in Puzzle and Dragons. That was the guy that did like plane damage at the end of the turn, right? So he was like the best guy ever for farming the daily dungeons. He was the guy, the best guy. Alright, nothing new in the shop yet. If Petrify 2 was just sitting here, I would have been so happy. But no, I think we have the same exact shop list we've had for like the past several hours. Alright, I was gonna switch this out. Do we have like a better armor we can buy? Hey, Platt. Check out the name of Zen's Fist. Does it remind you of GBF and V2 fights? Zen can just punch a guy and break an omen. He doesn't have to do 99 hits like we do. Or inflict exactly the right amount of status conditions. But cosmic gear is just for sale now. Same thing with dragon boots. I can't believe they're trying to get me to upgrade to a pair of boots that doesn't have speed on it, though. They're out of their minds. I'm gonna buy some cosmic gear, though. Because I, too, am out of my mind. Yeah, we lose 100 strength, but, like, I can't have that minus a bajillion dexterity. So what else has got... Like, he's losing dex from something. Because that was, like, minus 50. He only had 41 to start with. I guess, like, maybe he just doesn't have much. Like, his is the lowest on the team. Why? I guess because, like, they have some from their gear, right? Does even Ren have some from her gear? Oh, they have, like, accessories with all stats up. That's why. So if I did something like this and lost another 100 strength, I could actually hit things again. Yeah, let's do it. And then Divine Blade. We will lose even more strength, but we get more speed and more dex. We'll keep Blade Lord though. Oh, it also gives HP. Or did I just mess with HP by moving stuff around? I think that's what happened. I thought he had 22k HP before. Does Tiger Heart give HP? Oh, not sure what's up with that then. Alright, we be winded in circles. Don't see any treasure chests. Do I just not have detection on anybody? Is that the problem? Because that sounds like a thing I would do. These things like have overlap for information. I think detection is the one that I need, right? I don't have room for it. I already kitted everybody out exactly how I wanted. Oh, so long, Earthwall. Alright, there's the box. Hello, friend. Would you like to play? It's true. I can really use an HM friend right now. This is the start of like a boss battle in Mega Man X, I'm telling you. How dare you guys not hear the same thing I'm hearing? Alright, so red reflects art. Buy my art, become hard as steel, all that jazz. Utility quartz holder is a very important role. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. At least, like, with utility stuff on, you can still bonk for 3k.
An adequate performance.
Alright, we be leveling. Grimoire. How tanky are these grimoires? They're not even tanky. And they're still susceptible to death blow. I mean, the idea was, like, in boss battle, like, he can cast some of the support spells,
Adequate performance.
since they don't need a magic stat. And then when he's good and ready, he can start bonking people in the face. True. You told me they were pretty terrible, because of the duration stuff. Plus just being, like, dialed back in general. Mr. Bone Cherry is here, and he brought buddies. By the way, I don't like Ascension better than any other spell or anything. It's just so close to, like, the menu. Like, I press up one time and I'm there.
All right, what's next?
It's the easiest spell to find. That's the only reason I use it. Like, Silverthorn's at the very bottom, you press up once, you press up one more time and you get Ascension. So easy. I need to let these guys transform, but I don't want to. Alright, you have a chance to transform. Don't let me down. He let me down. Let Richard kill it. He needs the CP.
Inadequate performance.
It was not adequate. Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, just one box again. Part 2. $5K monies. Do you have anything fun in your fight since you're at the end? No.
Take that! My, that was easy.
One box every map. Good one, though. Alright, another Tiger Heart. We have 4 Tiger Hearts now. I think we have 4 Crimson Eyes, too, so... fair is fair, I guess. These guys aren't hard to fight. I didn't preempt them, though. Who knows where they're going to run around to? Can I evil eye you? Of course I can. Come on. I knocked him out of the AoE, too, because I'm dummy. Alright, that one was still in, at least. They have 2 spare wheels on the back. Because you never know when your chariot needs to be broken down and have every part on it replaced.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Listen, it's a chariot, not a ship. Get out of here, Theseus. Alright, one more box. I was hoping this was like chariot plus mirror fight before. That works too, I guess. But like, look how much easier it is to find Ascension than any other offensive spell. Alright, I'm at the top of the list, let's scroll down. Oh, look at all the healing and support. Here's more support. Alright, there's finally like an attack spell. Scroll 1/3 down the list. And if you're on this side, you just press up once or twice and you're there. Joshua wants to bonk, though. Maybe I'm your mother. Did you ever consider that? Also, we should probably start dropping saves. Alright, boss arena is here. You can tell because of the pixels. You can tell because it is the way it is. You mean I can't lurk around behind it and then challenge it that way? Look, it's the 2 guys from Venture Brothers. Alright, what's your deal, friendos? Bloody Archer, vaguely weak to Mirage. Cries out when beaten, so we're gonna get death throws. The 2 guys from the League. This is Lucifuge. Its arts are deadly. Buy my art. Become hard as steel. You know what? Let's just evil eye. Or not evil eye. Maybe we can evil eye. No, can't get to. Let's just true Phantom Raid while we have a 10% up here.
I will. Run no more.
Okay, I don't have the Earth Wall on them anymore. Haste? Haste Red? Is that the best thing we can do right now? Probably. It says they always attack from a safe distance, but all that means they'll sit where they are if they're gonna move. They're probably gonna move. I could place down a bigger AoE and hope for the best, but it's probably not gonna work. But imagine if it did. Alright, it ain't gonna work. Alright, I don't think I have an impede. Like, Richard has one, but he's not gonna go before the next guy. So maybe I just move. Oh, Richard does get to go. Never mind, we're good. Man, he almost got in the radius. That impede did not impede. So that's fun. I think I'll also just do this for funsies too. Oh, they break into a different enemy. Yeah, I should have had haste on everybody then if they were going to turn into something else. Alright, I'm gonna move, then I'm gonna Grail Spear.
I hold in my hand the chalice of light. Is our food.
Alright, so how strong are these nerds? Alright, 30k. Powerful and has a deadly poison. Great. I hate deadly poison. Alright, last time I targeted the other guy and I had like Lucifuge in the AoE. Let's target him directly. See if that helps. Nope, he just does not get impeded. Alright. I can't even move her out of the AoE. Great. Well, in for a penny, in for a pounding, I guess. He's almost dead. Welcome back, Blue Grovile. You're here just in time for the Abyss. Alright, that one's half dead. Is it time to finally cure Joshua, though? Could be. Let's do it. Can I get both of you in the same AoE? I can, but they're gonna move before that happens. So let's predict that they're gonna walk in and start attacking everyone. So I want to cover like this area. There's no way Death Blow's gonna work, right? Do it anyway. Yeah, resist. I knocked it out of the AoE. But it's back in, it's fine. A little bit of Silverthorn. Alright, that works. That's gonna knock him out of the radius, though. Not if we miss! Richard has had a bad accuracy night tonight. He may have some broken delay on his crafts, but he's having a little bit of trouble. I think we're in the clear. Just do this.
Later, corpsey.
Defeated the feat. Cimmerian ore. Ultima weapon wear. Alright, no treasure or anything here. Alright. Didn't think there was, but you know. Oh, are you like a healing spot? Alright, good enough for me. I brought a fair few ethers, so we were gonna be fine, but free heal is better than expensive heal. I am looking forward to getting to play Zero and Azure. Sounds like there's some really good stuff in those games. Oh, new enemy just dropped. We got a big ol' spoder. Alright, buddy, what's your deal? He's a glowy spoder. Oh, it's Arachne Zigma. That's the mother of the Spider Sisters. So she's not just a one-off boss battle, she has been sentenced to hell. Therefore, we can fight her here. Where's Evil Eye? There's Evil Eye. I was about to say what happened in Noita, so I am shocked. But I've heard that, like, because of my taste in storytelling, I've got quite a bit to look forward to whenever I get to go to Zero. Is it possible to die in Noita without getting noited? Like, aren't all the deaths noited? Is there such a thing as a death that's not gonna completely ruin everything? I refuse to believe that. Agnigost is weak to water and space. Yeah, just the thing, bro. Hit him with one of these. Death blow? Death blow, baby!
Let's move out.
When does that ever work on command? I mean, 20% of the time it works on command, I guess, but you know. I never actually expect it to.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Has your encounter changed or is it the same? Alright, we have the two big demons now. Male beast and female beast. I love that. So stupid. mean, it could be Space Jam. Don't you tell me it's not. Him out probably wasn't the smartest, you know? Just saying. Nice red. I mean, we're in space right now, so every jam is technically a space jam, right? Chest is not for a bit yet. It is a red box. Let's go. What we got? Carnage. What is Carnage? Considering how long the end of SC was, I had a feeling. I didn't think it was much of a gamble. Alright, Carnage. Strength plus 20, defense minus 20. I see. So that is an upgrade to Ruby Gem, which gives us roughly 100 attack. I'm down. Let's go. Interesting that it's worth less quartz value, like 12 versus 10. More downside, less value. And I guess like lower value is also part of the downside, which I guess makes it more fair. Yeah, and I'm saying it's not possible to have that not happen. Seems like that is just the inevitable conclusion of life itself in Noita. There's death, taxes, and dying to off-screen bullshit.
Alright, what's next?
Like, I've never seen the gameplay, by the way, so I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. Alright, box is in the same place as the last one. We're not gonna miss it then. It is only a blue chest this time, though. Sad times. Alright, let's fight this Spoder. Alright, that's the same fight as before. I want to see new enemies with the Spoder. Oh, wrong one. That thing has such a dramatic death every time. That's a pretty decent XP fight, though. See, I don't believe that Noita can be normal. That one meme, like, why can't you just be normal? Alright, so we can still get this encounter. Good to know. It's not always male beast, female beast. Plenty of exotic stuff, huh? Something tells me I shouldn't ask. Sounds like another buffet of various weird things happening. Oh, surprised I squeezed past that. Alright, turn around again. Preempted me. Alright, this time the Spoder has little skeletal friends. I guess that's different enough. Can't be upset. Does Evil Eye kill here? It does? Okay. Good enough. Man, Ren is so fast. Like, she starts casting after Kevin and she still goes first. She's got a need for speed. Thing just drops straight up a Sapphire Gem. We're gonna get a ton of in-game quartz for no reason. Hey, speaking of a ton of in-game quartz. Oh, but we're starting to cap them out at this point. Speed on Ren's weapon sounds amazing. Because, like, in SC, I wasn't really... Like, I didn't care about who had the weapons, honestly. It's like, is there a chance you will do a bonk? Yes. Okay, here's a weapon. But yeah, if I can get to a statue, I should just start buying some of this stuff, because we're just capping and wasting resources anyway. But remember that achievement in FC where it's like, hey, have 3k in every Sepith, and that was like such an ordeal to get. And now it's like 3k in every Sepith happened in like 10 minutes. I guess everything except for time, because I spent time as I got it. Retaliation lasers. I mean, more things should retaliate with lasers if you want to know the truth about it. Trails in the broken economy. Alright, next boss. I'm not scared, you're scared. Joshua doesn't have 200 meter to start the fight with, but in like 3 actions, he should be there. He's like 185. This is an ugly boy. He's got a lot of arms. He's made of jelly. This is a flan with arms. He's got a lot of friends too. So Dolahans have 26.5k HP each. And they lifesteal. The boss is Beelzebub. He is the ruler of impure souls. Begins a countdown to destruction as soon as the battle starts. Okay, so it's a base race. I should probably do haste on everybody then. Unless the countdown's really quick. But I think we got time. It's probably based off of his moves. So getting more moves per his move will help out. Yeah, I said Joshua had 185, he's got 182. That was close. So 4 actions and then he'll max out. Alright, everybody's going to get to move before Kevin does, but I think since those guys are melee and have lifesteal, they're not going to do anything weird. I think I can get the haste in time. Same thing for you and your stuff. Get your haste too. In fact, everybody just start the fight by hasting yourself. That is not starting the fight with a countdown to destruction. But it's getting reflected. Alright, those guys can move a bit further than I thought they could. Death blow.
Unbelievable.
He's the only one that doesn't resist status too, so. Go ahead and do this too. Probably gonna need to do Kevin's too.
I hold in my hand the chalice of the light. Is our food.
Where's my countdown to destruction game? Feeling a little robbed. Alright, they're vaguely weak to space, right? So we want to... Dark Matter EX. No, they're vaguely weak to time. It's the boss that's vaguely weak to space, I guess. Yep. Well, they gotta go, so... Can I get them all? Can't get them all, so let's scream about it. Not sure if this is worth it or not. But I wanted to say that. I wanted to learn how to pronounce that and say it. So we chipped off 11k each between starting with Phantom Raid and the Death Scream. Not sure if I can get away with the res here or not. I don't think I even do it. I think I heal Kevin instead. Because anything that taps Richard will just do another death blow until the minions are dead. So I think we heal Kevin. And then immediately go to Phantom Raid. And then do Ren's too, then maybe we can kill these guys when he gets enough Death Scream. Oh, I missed one. Almost all of them were in the radius, but one wasn't. Alright, that doesn't quite get them all. Alright, Ren still has one, maybe two. Alright, that sucks.
I hold in my hand
Should have just done it.
the light. Is our food.
I mean, if they hit her, they just kill her, so there's not really any getting out of this, huh? And maybe they'll hit Kevin, maybe it'll be fine. Probably not, though. I think we just gotta try this one again from the start. Alright, that one wasted a turn. So did that one? Question mark? What's up with that? Alright, I don't have La Telos, right? Yeah, so we gotta use the res item. Hasty medicine. Alright, I can't reach Richard or Joshua. I have like 2 moves. So that's unfortunate. Can do that at least. Can I get them both? I cannot. That is terrible. I think we killed the upper one though. Oh god, Beelzebub divides. Great. Alright, none of you have like the big res, right? Nope. Kevin's not close enough to catch Richard and Earthguard, so that also sucks. Boss only has 20k left. Maybe I just protect Ren. And just make it a duo fight. I can Earth Guard myself, then if I have to, I can drop the S-Break onto her. No, I should have done it onto her, and then if... Yeah, that was a mistake. Well, she resists all status ailments. If they can't move far enough, then that should work anyway. I can back them up. Actually, I can't back them up because they're going to move before she does. So we just got to, like... hope they don't move that far. I mean, this is working somehow. The other one's just kind of standing there. Alright, now we can pull them back. Alright, they don't move at all, never mind. Deathblow status, so fun. And Barrel Bracelet. Carnelia Bracelet. Do we also get the other two? Oh. Another Cimmerian ore, though. Do I have another fountain? That's the next big question. Yeah, I can't say I'm super fond of, like, instant death attacks, but the dude was literally named Thanatos. That one's kinda on me. Alright, tucked in the bottom left corner. Spoder is up here now. Looks like the main enemies around here are Spoder. Instead of these guys.
Still a ways to go.
So we should have Joshua back at 200 meter before the next boss, but don't know if Richard will be so lucky. Alright, Kevin's AoE won't kill them. Gotta double dip here a little bit. Next time we get into that encounter, I need to have Kevin do single target. Quinty ribbon? What's a Quinty ribbon? Also, where is Quinty ribbon? Am I blind? I feel a little blind right now. Is it an equipment? Fair. Yeah, female only. There we go. Only certain characters may equip. So 400 arts defense, 10 speed. Yeah, that was more of a thing in SC, seemed like. I don't think there's been any like gender-locked equipment in this game. So it's not even like female only, it's cute only. Which Annalise has a ribbon, Ren has a ribbon. Reese just has like ribbon envy, I guess. Shame that I don't think we can use it. Because we want status immunity wherever we can. And then this thing just has so much arts on it. Even with the minus speed, like that's just best in slot all game long. Alright, Grimoires. Anything new in your fight? Same old, same old.
Take that! Take that! That's that then.
But I say if Kevin wants to wear a ribbon, let him wear a ribbon. We could weave it between the spikes of his hair. So dark matter on this guy. And we'll let Ren do the AoE. I think they're Mirage weak actually, but I don't think it matters. When did gem drop? Spoders are good for loot, apparently. Little bit. It's not the best dungeon design ever, but it's fine.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Do I have... I got Lunar Seal I can throw on temporarily instead of Tiger Heart. Let him see if we can get, or Solar Seal. So I get the meter back up in time. Also have some meter food. Silver Thorn. Silver Thorn. Alright, Kevin, you were surplus to requirement there, buddy. God, we're going so far over. Yeah, all the Tetra elements are quad 9, and we are catching up and everything else real quick. Also, Solar Seal being 60% as effective as the Gladiator Belt doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot.
Take that!
We're gonna get to 200 anyway, it's fine. Alright, 200, we're good. I think this time I'm just gonna start the fight with those S breaks, instead of letting characters die immediately to instant death. Get some use from that meter. Where's my Tiger Heart? There's my Tiger Heart. We're up a decent amount of XP, let's fight you. She just did 5 digits to those little guys. That was 11k damage, it looked like. Brenna's out for blood. How close to level is she, so I can get a free refund? Yeah, she's not far. 2 fights, really. 2 or 3. Alright, 256, that's actually gonna be like 5 fights. I was used to getting like 400 from those guys. Well, we got some Death Blow in here. So we just have to play. It's immune to Death Blow. Oh, that didn't kill it. Okay. That's on me.
That's that. Let's move out. Take that! We're not done yet.
Alright, I don't have to use like 50 ethers on her now. Richard's never gonna run out, so this is fine. I say never, I'm probably gonna regret that. Oh, we still had another floor anyway. I thought this was the boss floor. Just shows how repetitive it is. Even I've lost count. But like, even though like every floor is the same, you're just doing your little downward spiral. The pacing of between like downtime and boss fight feels like kind of spot on. We do it on the screen though. Alright, before we jump into the next boss fight, I'm gonna run AFK real quick. Be back in about a minute and a half, gonna grab some water, stretch a little bit. I invite you guys to do the same. And then we will get into boss number 3. Or 4, or whatever we're on. I don't even know at this point. Either way, be right back. Alright, I am back, and I have the ability to hydrate now. In fact, I'm gonna take a sip right now. You always do this! Guile's theme goes with hydration breaks. Lesson learned. Does it echo? I only heard like the one track. If you want to clip it and throw the clip my way, then I will have a listen to it and see how it sounds there. Or if anyone else has noticed anything weird with some of the sound alerts, now would be a good time to give me that information. We can do something about it. I will have time to mess around with that stuff this weekend. Wish there was some stuff I was going to tweak in that anyway. Some of the volume's weird on it. On a couple of them. And there was one I was going to throw in the mix anyway. Alright, this guy looks a little spooky. He's got some sharp claws. What's he got? A human who has gained the body of a bat uses powerful curses to change prey's form. Oh, great. They're gonna do that, like, body shape and then mini status condition nonsense. They don't have a ton of HP, but I assume that means the big guy is gonna make more of them. Very powerful and plunges foes into despair. Pretty weak to time, though. Alright, so... I think I just start fight by bonking this dude and then using Phantom Raid.
I will. Run no more.
Alright, they're not even immune to death, but that cleans them up real nice. And then from here, haste, and then hopefully tank and spank, but someone tells me it won't be that easy. Alright, he hits pretty hard. Just drop this on his face, though.
As clouds fall in silence.
Just casually lop off 20% of his health bar or so, you know, as one does. And now we don't have anything left to impede with. That was a mistake. Do you have an impede by any chance? You do not. Well, we have like, what's it called? Genesic barrier on Kevin. Maybe we could get that in. There's also a crest. That might work, so Ren can do her thing just in case it still does damage. And then if it, like gets blocked, then we have the ability to block it too. And we can also heal up real quick. I'm moving out of the radius to do that though. And now Joshua can't haste himself anymore, so I should have had Richard haste him. That would have been smarter. Don't have any impede either, so get bonking, I guess. Alright, seems good. Since that's timer based, we're alright. Oh, I don't have a ton of EP left. We got Ren's refund, but we didn't get Kevin's. Seems like this boss fight was a lot easier to hard counter than the last ones. Like, obviously that could change very shortly, but so far doesn't seem like he's got a lot going on. Alright, I don't have space on here, so just go ahead and patch up in case something gets through the barrier. And this time we'll be able to try to impede. Just not something we could do before. Actually, no, I don't have 40. I thought it was 35. I think we just win. Yeah, all we needed there was like Genesic Barrier and Phantom Raid at the start of the fight to kill the minions. That was a little unexpected, but I'm not gonna complain. Okay, we need to throw the meter generating accessory onto Richard. I mean, in the boss fights against him and Cassius, it feels like they had double move by default. So it's pretty on brand. Alright, thanks, Deathblow. Alright, that dude's gonna crit. Let's see how hard he hits.
Still a ways to go.
That's the default experience when you try to hit Richard right there. You try to hit him and bad things happen. Or Joshua, though. He always gets hit by those guys. I could move him and stop this, but I just won't do it. I'm too lazy. Master's Hot Pot. Alright, that needs 3 monster materials, wow. But hard to argue with CP 80 for everybody, plus full heal on top. This thing here is only 40 for everybody, and it still takes 2 monster drops. Yeah, you try to rush through this genre and then bad things tend to happen. Like, it's so easy to miss stuff. Plus, like, taking your time and, like, really soaking in, like, some of the dialogue. You can, like, see stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten to see. Pick up on, like, little allusions and nods to certain things, little Easter eggs, and get a little foreshadowing you might not have noticed. So I've been happy to take my time with it. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get meter on Richard. That's what I'm doing.
Take that!
So we're going to sandbag a little bit.
Adequate performance.
To be able to get the rest of the meter before we get down to the bottom. So I'll have to fight literally everything. Alright, box is here. Blue box. I will fight you just for fun, though.
Take that!
Alright, 200, we're good. Such a drama queen enemy. So dramatic every time. Tiger, heart me up, let's go. Tournament invitation. In a blue chest. That should be in the red chest. Unless you're just inviting everyone. Alright, chest is up here. There's a red box. Lebensborn Plus. Don't think we've seen one of those. Like, we've seen, like, default version, I don't think we've seen the plus version. Yep, first one. Various stats up, move -1, prevents petrify and death blows. We needed death blow prevention in that one fight, that's for sure. But the various stats up seems to be more like casting stats, so... Yikes. It's 100 arts up, though. It's pretty good. And 500 arts defense up, wow. That's pretty fair defensive. So you could take Crimson Eye and lose 200 arts damage in order to prevent death blow. Get an extra 100 arts defense. I don't think that's a good trade, honestly. Only in like the exact circumstance where you need it. Every other time, not so much. I guess I could equip Cloak at this point if I wanted to, but eh. Alright, boxes in the usual spot. The one you can at least see a mile away here. So much overkill. I just wasted 4,000 plus Seppa. You now have quad 9 and a 5th element. I mean, you're not far off from quad 9 in time, or space. Time is still the furthest away, which makes complete, perfect sense. Even though we don't need chest phrases anymore, I still gotta check. They call to me. Alright, there's a little bit of mana missing on people, but I don't think it's enough to worry about. If I need to use an EP charge, we'll use it in the fight. Everyone's full HP, we got full meter on everyone. We should be good, right? I hope we're good. There's a door down here. The girl loved by the world's darkness. She's right here. So we have door before boss, I see. Well, I'm not tempting fate by going in there. Just let me fight the boss. It's a palm. Hey, little guy. You're the strongest fiend the world has ever seen, huh? Nice digs you got here, buddy. Like, I like the decor. Very fitting of a palm. Got like a little glowy, grabby hand over here. Got some tendrils and spikes. You got some sort of impaled minions back here. Good vibes. Something tells me I don't want to mess with this guy. Please don't sparkle menacingly in the fight. A mysterious monster. He certainly does seem mysterious. Ow! Alright. He is a Tempest Palm who has elemental resists to literally everything. And Platt would agree with you. So these guys, they're okay too. But at least they can be, like, they're just regular palms, right? But this guy's like the master palm. Can I even hurt you? That is the next question. So we got some of these, like, items from before that I never learned how to make, because I never used them. We have the recipe for septium drops. We have the recipe for bullets. We learned the recipe for freezing meatballs. I don't think we learned the one for bloody meatballs. Alright, I can get a 2-for-1 here if it works. But, like, as I do the attack, I'm just going to do Phantom Raid after and hope it works. And then we'll do Richard's 200 on the big boy. 0. That figures.
I will run no more.
But it really is a great track. This game has some iconic battle themes. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. About to run because things are not going well. Alright, let's buff some strength because apparently we're going to need to do that. Yeah, that's his Phantom Raid quote. I will run no more. He used that in both SC and this one. Are there any other ones that were, like, good or interesting? Can't remember off the top of my head. Honestly, like, I've heard them so many times at this point that I don't remember most of them. But, like, Cassius has the best S-break in the entire series so far. When he uses his fancy attack in the boss battle, like, just dropping casually, boom goes the dynamite. He is the ultimate dad. I wonder if Spear of Ur could have hurt these dudes. No, that's Space Elemental, isn't it? So yeah, that would have done 0 to all of these dudes. Yeah, Ren's strength up will go off, then I'll try to have Richard, like, at least hit the big one. But I don't think I'm hitting any of these dudes. So I can give Joshua back a little bit of meter, see if we can, like, buff him too eventually.
All yours.
And throw him spell? I don't know. Do you have access to Forte? You do. Alright, the timing on using the 200 is gonna be tight, probably. Since Big Boy Palm does like 15k a hit, but I think I can pull it off. You just gotta wait for the animation to start and then I can lock it in. Alright, Tempest Bomb, let's see what we can do here. Richard's base strength was like 2905. We modified it by 25%. Does he have an elemental S-break or not? I don't know. Please be non-elemental.
Sakura Blue.
Because if this is not non-elemental, we are doomed.
And I present to you your doom.
Alright, 7400, non-elemental, we in there. You see that, little palms? I defeated your leader. How does that make you feel? Sparkly? Oh, they're running now. I need 200 meter on Joshua. Alright, I can do it as soon as Kevin moves. We're fine. But in the meantime, throw a heal out or something. Just waste a turn as far as I know. Like, just them being silly. I mean, the cute mascot's got to do cute mascot things, right? Zero damage. Alright, sacrifice arrow. On to Joshua.
All yours.
You have 25% strength this time, buddy. You gotta hit him. Or is it that his is like an elemental one? Because I don't actually know which ones are elemental and which ones aren't. 400 damage, oh no. I'm just gonna have to resign myself to not killing these guys, I think. Yeah, some of these, they certainly have some flashing, don't they? And the palms themselves are also flashing. It doesn't help when I speed it up either. Alright, what is my best bet for actually killing these guys? I assume they're immune to death blow. Like, regular ones aren't, but I assume these are. If I have to do it 400 damage at a time, we're gonna be here for a while. Got a couple of these, but like, it does not feel like the time to use them. I got the ice cream, I guess, but that's not great either. Could do that too. Alright, you're gonna get like 60 between like ice cream being fed to you and Kevin doing his thing. Ren could also try to use hers. Forte on, but she's gonna do no damage because she's got like minus strength. I would like her and Joshua to be in the same radius, so that's not going to be fun either. Because she's never going to get the 10 unless I give her an item.
All yours.
Alright, give yourself some ice cream. And then after 4 of them attack, you'll be at 200. I needed like attack plus 10%, but we're not seeing them.
I will run no more.
Alright, have another ice cream, pal. And I guess you can start chasing these guys down very slowly, so you can be in the radius eventually. Redshirt's a single target, unfortunately, otherwise I would be feeding him right now. But at this point, maybe I'm better off just like taking out one of them at a time. Alright, there is a crit.
I will run no more.
The 7 damage about the 200 to go great. Hers is gonna do nothing, but let's see it anyway. And before one runs, I'll just try Richards.
As clouds fall, fallen warriors gather.
Alright, his works. That's good. But we gotta use like another Zerum powder to even get like another chance at that. Or ice cream.
All yours.
Delicious, delicious ice cream, guys. These guys are gonna have so much brain freeze. This is the first time I've used it all game. And it's just for memes at this point.
As clouds fall as more die together. My. That was easy.
That was easy, he says. You were like roided up with 200 CP, 25 strength, and the strongest single target S break in the game that doesn't belong to like Cassius Bright. You don't get to call that easy. If we didn't have the perfect storm there, then we would not have been able to even won this fight. Defeated the monster, received Zemurian ore, and achievement get Tempting Fate. Defeat all Abyss Fiends. Shining emblem. That's why the palms are shining. They had an emblem the entire time. Alright, Richard, try it on. Various stats up, prevents ailment except chaos. We have a full set of status prevention now. We actually wanted to tempt fate the entire time, apparently. I think it's worth losing these stats to get status protection. Also, 400 agility off of that accessory. What? Alright. I'm down. He's gonna be extremely evasive when it comes to anything that's not an art, apparently. I mean, I could drop some strength for some of these other stats, too. Doesn't seem worth it, though. I mean, if I'm gonna spam his, like, crafts and stuff, then, we'll want to put the belt back on him. Bad time for ads. I didn't even, at least they like didn't do it during the boss fight. But yeah, I didn't even look over for the alert when they were going to start. Yeah, we can just chill here for a minute. Do a little inventory management. Because the last thing I want is for people to miss like actual important moments because the whole ad thing. But Twitch definitely incentivizes doing the automated thing instead of just like having pre-rolls. I hate that that's a thing, but it seems to definitely be a thing. Alright, all good. Alright, we can see what's in this door now. Hopefully it's not another fight, but if it is, I mean, this team's about as prepared as it can be. And this is the last door left other than the one that needed, like, all the other doors to be done, right? So 2 left in total, I think. Alright, will there be a summoning circle on the ground? Nope, we just don't have a fight. Considering what's been down here, I'm glad we don't have a fight. Wasn't like Beyond Good and Evil the name of a game franchise or something? Like, I know this isn't referencing that, but it's just like, it's funny how like phrases can like warp because of like media and stuff. But we've got a sad story, so I will stop making jokes. Is this like the tests when she was trying to bond to Potter Mater? Oh, no, this is a different sort of torture. When I saw, like, Defiled, like, that certainly came to mind, but I was hoping it wasn't that. Yeah. We've seen some dark stuff in, like, Kevin's backstory, but I think we've got a new champion for that. I thought we reached the top with Kevin's mom literally trying to kill him as a kid, but nope, the game's got some darker depths to plot, apparently. Yeah, this door definitely belongs in the abyss, that's for sure. And that was not what I was expecting. But now certain things are starting to make sense from that scene. In hindsight, perfect time to dissociate. No, just like before with like the fractured personalities, like that makes more sense, like killing them off, forgetting, shielding, etc. Like now it's clicking into place. This poor kid. I mean, I would have read through it regardless, but definitely not what I was expecting. But that's like just gut-wrenching, like creating like these other personalities to keep like the Ren personality safe, like some part of her that nothing else can touch. That's just so heartbreaking. Yeah, they did not pull their punches at all. They really went into like the darkest depths of despair with that character. Yeah, probably not like the best thing to read before you go to bed. You're gonna need some eye bleach after this. Yeah, that sounds like they would really twist the knife with some of that. I'm kind of glad I didn't hear it that way. Or experience it that way. But then again, morbidly curious, I suppose. I would kind of like... I'm curious what sort of performance it would be. Like how far they go with it. As far as like... what's the best way to put it? Like, how tragic does it get? How, like, desperate and crazy does it go? I'll have to take a look. I already know what happens, right? So it's not like, it can get much worse, right? Famous last words. I too would take the giant mech over parents that would sell their child like that. That would be a gut punch right there. Absolutely. Nothingness. They found another way to twist the knife there. Yeah, I see why this door is buried here and why it is the last door now. Alright, what does nothingness have? Inflict a random status ailment without fail. Okay. The chest is empty. Don't feel anything. So we've been using like freeze 2 for like 20% chance. So this is just a straight upgrade. I mean, I guess it depends on like what you get. Like just doing anything all the time sounds good. So I will use it. Let's go home. Then I can go to the other door. And see what's behind that one. But first, can't we do like the Zemurian ore stuff? Yeah. We are going to make Ren a new scythe right now. Nemesis Ripper. If anyone deserves to rip her nemesis. Speed, 100 dexterity. Not bad. Other than Annalise, is there anyone that you would recommend not doing a weapon for? Because I'm gonna do one for Richard, I think. Probably also Joshua. Serenity Blades. Which, I mean, I guess this is, like, also Annalise's weapon, too, technically, right? Since they share the weapon proficiency. But if I'm going to use Richard, he needs to have a good weapon, that's for sure. You get a little bit of everything here, huh? That's a good sword. 3,200 attack is not bad. And they spent, like, developing this world was, like, no easy task either. Like, you spent so much time in the first two games, like, traveling everywhere the slow way, learning about, like, everyone in the world, seeing them move from place to place, like, watching them thrive and succeed. They just, like, did a great job developing all that. Plus, like, the plot in FC is so grounded, too. Like, all the things that happen in FC are so believable. Like, Richard getting the keys to power for the coup. Like, they didn't, like, pull anything out of their asses. Everything was, like, earned and felt like it could have feasibly happened in this world. Like, SC, like, he had, like, the no step on Snack Society. Things got a little wild, but, like, it's still pretty grounded. I think Joshua definitely needs to upgrade here. Maybe I also want one for Kevin, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Alright, fewer stats on this one than some of the other ones, but that'll do. But yeah, that just doesn't seem as good as the one that Richard got. I am curious what's on Kevin's, but not enough to actually do it. Alright, that's a point against it, though. Since for now I am using Kevin as a caster. I think eventually I might switch him to be like more of the support character. But for now it's working. Alright, I've done enough battles for my meter refill. Yep, spending so much time in this place. Getting to see like all the history of it. They did a great job of that. Alright, I was gonna do start or whatever, right? 14. I made like 3 saves in the last like 2 minutes, but whatever. We're gonna do another one. For as old as these games are, they hold up really well, though. Like, they had a lot of quality of life stuff in them, just, like, from the outset. Like, I know some of it was, like, added for the Steam port, but, like, compared to some other games that were, like, coming out around that time, like, this feels more modern than a lot of those do. But, I mean, I would still love to see stuff with, like, HD graphics, proper 16:9 instead of the stretch stuff. Like, you said, like, Evo has, like, the voice acting stuff, but I've only played these, so I don't know how good it actually is. But like, you know, give it like the AAA treatment, I guess. It's always just nice because like there's so much potential in it, and they could just like go completely ham and make the best thing ever with it, you know? But at the same time, like I've bought into hype before and been disappointed, so I don't want that kind of betrayal. Yeah, like getting more access to it would also be nice. Let more people be able to play it. One thing I have missed in the third is like not getting Blue Blanc's riddles everywhere. Take it easy, Blue Grobile. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad I had the emotional support for the Rendor. Thanks, guys. I'm not sure trying to smoke on an airship that's moving is the best idea, but it looks like it's kind of like hovering at the moment, so it's probably fine. Would have been funny if it just ripped the smoke right out of his hand. Oh yeah, Gilbert was still on board at this point, wasn't he? He hasn't taken his blue robot out. Actually, this is like right when it was falling, huh? It's time to reevaluate your life, Gilbert. He's having his Mega Man moment. What has he been fighting for? Oh, Campanella himself. Normally I would fast forward, but let's let him have his moment. He gets to walk that at the speed he chooses. He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. Instead of like over the top cheesy like threat lines, like that's just like the way you deliver one of those, honestly. Some of his dialogue is absolutely silly, but I do like that line. Stop the playlist. Celestial Globe. It even gets like a location plate. The Ongui can be stands for some of their enforcers, huh? Which I'm sure Lo has plenty of stands. In this room and outside of it. The Gordia series is the robot line, right? That is the brand of Gundam it is. Ads are about to start, so I'm gonna snooze them for a little bit. I don't want them to run during this. Phantasmal Blaze. He can break the fourth wall. Achievement get Starry Eyed. Complete all star doors. But I like to peep. If you can't peep on a story, then what's the fun in it, you know? What am I gonna do? Let the story happen about seeing it for myself? Brilliant Crown. Prevents ailments and stat down. Various stats up. So it's even better than the Esmella Circlet. That takes her arts attack to 2k. This girl is wild. So it has 10 speed over the Grail Locket. It's got 10 speed over the Sephiral Necklace. And this thing's like the agility one. Alright, snooze it one more time, because I'm gonna end the stream soon. I'm not gonna make you guys watch ads and then me end it right after. So, like, what is the difference between prevent all abnormal status and prevent ailments? Like, is Grail Locket just outclassed by all of these, or... like, does Grail Locket also prevent, like, debuffs, like like arts defense down, etc.? Because it's not like a proper thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind a game where you've got like a big ensemble cast and you only get to play like one character as other things are taking place in the world. And I don't mean that like, oh, you play like all the characters and then in the end they all come together or whatever. Like, you could have like a sprawling story and only see a slice of it and just pick up on the other stuff through various means. No peeping allowed. But usually in games, like, you're like the central force that sees everything that's going on. And there are no other good guys or heroes or influential players that aren't either aligned or opposed to you. I mean, it happens sometimes, but like usually like they're on your team, they're working with you in some capacity. You're getting filled in from them very often. But you don't often see, like, they have their own agenda, they have their own plans. You have no say in what they're doing. They don't update you. It's just something that's also happening off to the side. Like, I can't even think of a good example of that. There are some games where, like, there's different factions. You can only align with one of those factions, and you don't get to see the other sides. But if you replayed it enough, you would see everything. I mean, I'll worry about the different status prevention accessories next time. I'll have to look that up. But in the meantime, I think it is time to stop for the night. Star Door 15 was a hell of a ride. I was definitely not expecting that in the wholesome, feels like home RPG series here. but it certainly helps to explain some of that character's tendencies. Let's put it that way. I don't blame her anymore. But yeah, I will be back to finish the game, maybe, tomorrow. We still have to do the arena, we gotta do like the big ass final dungeon, we gotta do the final story stuff. But we're almost done.
Nighty night, kitty cats.
Maybe I can fit it into one stream, maybe it'll take two. We'll see. But either way, till next time, take it easy.